You know.
So talk us through your career then. Yeah, we're just thinking alike now.
Well,
About you.
basically, well, you were going to say something. I was born in Lafiaji, Lagos. And growing up in Lafiaji is an experience.
Lafiaji boys are generally known as Boma boys.
Well, they have some Boma boys too. Now, attended St. Joseph's Elegbata, which is in the middle of Lagos. We were there when they were building the Eco Bridge. Then went to St. Gregory's. Left St. Gregory's when my father died. Went to Atakumasa High School in Elisha, which was a grace for me. That's where I met my destiny. I had a teacher who was also an actor. He performs with the Olaotan Theatre. His name is Soji Adegoke. So he needed some young people to fill up the crowd. So I was one of the people that was called because I always excel when it comes to performing, dancing and all that stuff. And back then, we used to have the Festival of Arts all over Nigeria. People would come from different states. Then there would be a festival. Then all the different states will come with their cultures and everything. They will judge them and the state will win. But they don't do it anymore. Back then we had the Kano National Sport Arts Festival and there was an accident. I was supposed to be in the crew. Somehow my uncle didn't allow me to go because I was, to be doing my exams. Now, what we had then made a lot of people artists. There was no money in it. It's just the love of being an artist, a performer. So coming up from that, I was a footballer also. I mean, living in Lafiaji, we had the whole of race course that they are calling TBS now. It was a whole mighty field. You can do whatever. You run, you jump. Then the swimming pool is not far away, King George the Fifth Park. That's where we go to learn how to swim. I happen to be one of the first trained Nigerian swimmers. I just walked into the pool one day and I met this white man, Mr. White. His name was Mr. White. He needed some people to do some things and he just picked me. So you're tall enough. That's how I became one of his crew. Yeah. And we were trained to swim. The first team in Nigeria that won the All Africa Games were some of my colleagues. But I had moved to the West then, so I was not part of that team anymore. So having grown up in that kind of environment, I was a footballer, I was a swimmer, I was an athlete. So I started playing football when I left high school, professionally, for Water Corporation in Ibadan. One day on the practice field, here comes a guy, he was watching the football game, and all of a sudden he called me and said, "You are a fantastic player." I was a defender. So I said, "How are you, sir?" He said, "Well, by the way, I'm a producer, and I have a film, and I'm thinking of some look like yours." I used to have a big afro. So I said, "Okay, no problem. I'm an actor also. I did this." He said, "Wonderful." He said, "Actually, there's a program in University of Ibadan, a 6-month certificate program. You might want to take it for a start." So when I finished training on the field, I attended University of Ibadan Training School. So I did a 6-month program in acting, speech, and movement. Then eventually his film came. So he showed me the script. I've never done anything like that before. But from the small training I had, I was able to adapt myself. So he coached me through. Before you know it, we did Candle in the Way. It was a 3.5-hour movie. Ouch. And that's the first of its kind on Nigerian television. So it became a hit. Anywhere I go in Ibadan or anywhere, so but when you won't be, everybody tends to know me. I said, "I think I'm going to quit this football. This is the profession to be in. You just work in the studio and then you get all the output." That's all it was for us then. There was no money.
No money.
So I did some other films eventually. Then I became a member of the Unibaba Masks, which was a professional performing troupe of the Theatre Arts Department of the University of Ibadan. I met there people like Jimmy Sholanke, Shegun Bankole, Wale Ogunyemi, Tunji Oyelano. Some people are past now. Yes. It came Memodi, So this was an inspiration that I am in front of these people. I saw this man some years back when I was younger, and here he is in front of me. So Jimmy Sholanke became somewhat like my mentor. So I look up to him like my idol. So when he now left the stage, I took over his role. That's how I became popular. People say, Jimmy is gone, but we didn't notice it. There's another guy that looked like Jimmy Sholanke. Sometimes when I perform, people think it was Jimmy Sholanke performing.
Even the voice at times, it's
Almost similar.
yes.
We were together, today's Saturday. Actually, day before yesterday, we were honored by Professor Patu Tomi.
Okay.
He was doing something for the industry. So we were together. So a friend of mine said, Jimmy Sholanke is one of the first generation actors. Victor Olaotan was our Jimmy Sholanke in our generation. So he said, but funnily, they tried to put the two of us together.